Hello, I'd like to present you today the classroom cubes for the Namibian market. Classroom cubes, what is this? This is a tool you can use in all the schools and all the classrooms. It's very easy to ameliorate all the classes. Why? You can form groups very easily. And you also can organize the exchange of the results very easily. What can you do? For instance, you can very quickly, very easily form 4 groups. You take the cubes out of the box, as many as you need, and then you have to confection them. So you put them into a row. For example, you have 20 pupils, 20 scholars. You put them in a row and you see you have 20 cubes of a total of 32. The ones you don't need, you put them back in the box in the compartment behind, because those you don't need. Those just can rest here and stay here. The ones you need are here. 20 pupils, 20 cubes in one row. So, how do you form 4 groups? Very easy. Every cube has symbols. This one, for instance, has a symbol north. But you also have east, south, and west. So, if you put the cubes in a box, in a way nobody can see them, for instance, like in here, then the pupils come, they pick a cube, and then it shall be that those 4 groups are very easily formed. You take a cube for west, for south, for east, and so on, till all the cubes are in the right position. Those pupils go to the north, to the east, to the south, to the west, and so within no time you have formed 4 groups. Then those pupils start to work, and they can work in a very efficient way. Why? Because you don't need much material. You can use the resources you have very well. You can optimize resources because the pupils have to work together and they have to elaborate, for instance, what the teacher said. And you need very little books even. You can just work on the stuff they have, and the main thing is that they work together. So this group, for instance, which meets in the east, if you look at this, you see that you have 4 colors. And those 4 colors help the group to work. For instance, you can assign roles, as shown here. You have 1 pupil who has to write. Here they share this position because I have 2 of the pupils, and 1 pupil has the role of a discussion leader. The next one is a timekeeper, and maybe the white one is the link to the teacher if there's any problem or so. So now they work together, and you notice, well, group work. The one works most who writes. Maybe the discussion leader as well works, and the other ones, they don't have much to do. But within no time you can change the rules, and then suddenly the pupils have another position, another role. And that's why they always have to pay maximum attention. And there's also kind of a group pressure, because all are part of the group, and the result will be better if all have to work and fulfill their role. So, they work and they have a result. And at the end, when they have the result, and they may be also rehearsed to present, then they go into the exchange groups. But how should you do that? You, for instance, have north, east, south, and west group. And on each cube, there also are dice symbols. Here, for instance, a 2. And you say all the tools have to go into the east. So they go there, all the 4 have to go to the west, and so on. So they go there in the north, in the south, in the east, and the west again. And you will have, in no time, 4 new groups. Just let me do this quickly. So, Now the thing about it, in each new group, exchange group, in each group there is somebody who elaborated this result. For instance, here now in the East, you have two who can present the result of this group. Okay? The other ones, they have to listen and watch and pay attention about the result. In this group, in the South group, you also have two who can present. And here you also have two who can present in the first go. And in the North, you have one person who can present. Then, this presentation done, the pupils, they had to rehearse, to present, to show. So they have to show as well that they learned something, because only what you said, you have it learned by heart, for instance. So it is a part of your knowledge. What you can present is a part of your knowledge. Now in times from artificial intelligence, all the written things, they kind of decline in importance, but all the things which you have to present, this is always more important. So you have to be able to present the stuff orally. Now, the first thing done, they presented, now just change. Those move on here, those move on here, those move on here, and they move on here. And then this one, for instance, in the South, he has to present the result of the South. And so on, they rotate, and at the end, all the pupils had to present, and all heard everything from each other.